All right, guys. All right, please, stop it. Stop it. Now, the worst thing we can do is to take out our frustrations on each other.
What the hell do you mean by that, Tad?
I didn't mean anything, okay? I didn't mean anything. I apologize. I'm a jerk, okay? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Oh, yeah. What, the hero from Chechnya? Is that what it is? Maybe you are right about that. No, maybe you are right about it.
Come on, Jake. Look, I didn't mean anything. Please, don't leave. Jake! Listen, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking about his problems. I was just thinking about what's happening with me and Dixie. So
We have to forget about Jake's problems for the time being, okay? I mean, you got a lot of things to sort out with Dixie. And it's time you got started on that.
I don't even know how. I mean, for God's sakes, of all people, why did it have to be a guy like David Hayward?
Well, would it make you any happier if she kissed some decent fella?
No. Why'd you have to kiss anybody at all? What's wrong with me? I don't understand what's going through her head.
What you want is not understanding. What you want is for it never to have happened. And, of course, that's impossible.
So what's your point? I should just forget about it?
No, that's impossible, too. You're going to have to live with it. You and Dixie. For as long as you're married.
Bingo. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. So why shouldn't I want to do something to make Hayward pay for it?
I know how you feel, son. Because you can't accept that maybe Dixie played a part in this. I don't know. And apparently, that is what happened. But, son, Dixie has owned up to the fact that she found, for a moment, the guy attractive. Now, that's all she can do, son, at the moment. But what you can do, you can forgive her.
You just said it's never going to go away.
I said you've got to live with it. Forgive without forgetting. That's a skill you're going to have to develop if you want a long and happy marriage.
Forgive without forgetting.
You're very lucky. You haven't had to do this before now. But Dixie has, hasn't she? I mean, she's forgiven you your mistakes over and over again. And if you hadn't, you wouldn't still be married. And don't you think it was just as hard for her to find forgiveness in her heart then as it is for you now?
I've already told you. I'm not discussing Dixie with you.
Fine. Fine, darling. Really, I just came by to tell you how thrilled that Palmer is you're dropping these assault charges against Jake Martin. And to ask you just a little favor. If it should come up in conversations, would you tell Palmer that it was your mother's idea? I mean, for his sake, please.
Mother, I don't give a damn about you, Palmer, or Jake Martin.
Right. Well, darling, it's quite obvious that you only dropped the charges to ingratiate yourself with Dixie. Anyway, still not going to work because she is still married. More's the pity.
Just get out.
Fine. Just remember, darling, it's your mother's idea. And don't feel so badly about losing Dixie. You have Eric anytime you want, I guess.
I need some more libidozone.
But you gotta admit, Bianca was right. I mean, there's nothing funny about finding your mother in bed with a succession of men.
I guess.
No, it's not just the yuck factor. It's the thought about, how could she be so foolish? How could she love anyone else but you? Of course, I was much younger at the time, so whenever it happens now, it's pretty much just the yuck factor.
You do that a lot, don't you?
What, walk into my mother making whoopee?
No. I meant you tell a personal story, something that really means something to you, and then you add a little twist at the end, turn it into a joke.
I do that?
I do it too. It's better to get a laugh than pity.
Yeah. Pity has a high yuck factor. So I suppose you don't have many stories about walking in on your mother.
No, not quite. But our circumstance was a little different. While I was growing up, we shared a single-room occupancy in New York City. You know, it's a room in a Fleabag hotel.
Brooke English in a Fleabag motel? Are you kidding me?
No. Brooke adopted me. But I was talking about my birth mother. She raised me until, she died. And then I was alone until Brooke stepped in. Maybe I'll tell you more of my stories when I get to know you better.
Yeah, I have a feeling you make them pretty damn hilarious. Erica!
Brooks, Laura. Back from China? I guess you can just pop up now whenever I least expect you.
I'm sure the pleasure will be mutual, Miss Kane. Leo, it's been fun.
Sure. See you later. I was just gonna go,
No, Leo, wait a minute. About what, happened outside of David's door.
Oh. You mean when you gave new meaning to the phrase, the doctor is in?
I would very much appreciate it if you will keep this a secret between us. Bianca certainly doesn't need to know.
It's too late, Mom. I was outside David's room, too. I heard it all.
I saw him and I let him be.
Well, I shouldn't think he wants to talk to us now.
Alex, do you remember how you overreacted when I told you that in this state Edmund could be dangerous?
Oh, I promise you he's not.
Alex, the look in his eyes, he's not in control of himself. Alex, I know I'm right. And for your sake, I want you to stay away from Edmund.
I'm sure it must be hard for you to see your brother in such bad shape, but the outburst, you know, it was good.
Oh, Alex!
No, because for him to tell us how he feels, it's important.
No, I have seen that look on his face before. I mean, he kidnapped Erica once.
Why would he do that?
He was trying to force me to recognize him as my half-brother. His behavior was fueled by his resentment, by envy of my happiness. That's where his mind goes when he's stressed. That's when he resorts to violence.
So it's all the more reason for us not to abandon him.
I will not risk putting you in danger.
I'm not in danger. I don't want him to think I'm afraid of him.
What if there's reason to be? No, I don't want you anywhere near him. And under no circumstances are you to be left alone with him.
Oh, no. I care about him. I'm going to see this through, Dimitri. I want him to get better.
Oh.
Stop worrying. I know Edmund. He's no danger to me.
It was so silly. It was just such a practical joke that never came off, you know. And it certainly was not meant for your ears.
Mom, it's a free country. Everybody is entitled to a private life, no matter what anybody else thinks. Excuse me.
mean by that?
Just what she said. American troops died on the shores of Tripoli so that you could have a nooner with my brother.
Oh, I have such a headache. I really need more aspirin and a bath.
Women.
I don't know what to do now, Dixie.
Maybe we could just go home?
Okay. Let's go home.
That's right, Gordo. I need you to make me some more libidazone. Because I need it. The earlier experiment was ruined. And by the way, I want you to make the next batch even stronger. What I decide to do with the drug is none of your concern, Gordon. Stop asking questions. I'm running another experiment, and I want the drug as early as tomorrow. Do you understand? Good. Well, Tad, looks like you and libidazone are going to finally make your acquaintance at the big party.